Welcome back to Advertising Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpuff, your host, and we have a panel of experts here today to talk about what's going on in advertising and what they're doing with their clients. So we're going to jump right in to introduce who our guests are. Anindya Ghosh from WashRunner, Marc Del Priore from Trademark Global, and Russ Macumber from Impressive. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. And we're going to jump in quickly with Anindya. What are you doing right now to advertise? What is working that gets the attention of your audience and getting results for your company?
Yeah, sure. So one thing I should mention, my primary client is myself because I'm a founder of a same-day laundry service in LA called WashRunner. And I do also do consulting work, and I advise my clients on advertising. So I'll also explain a bit about their advertising strategies as well as I consult for them. So for WashRunner, what's typically worked really well has been just the retargeting. So being able to retarget our audiences and stay in front of them through various channels is a really effective, high-performing tactic that works for us across Google, Facebook, and also in programmatic. We have done that in programmatic as well. I also do a lot of direct outbound outreach. And in order to do that, what we do is we will actually utilize tools such as business development tools such as Get Prospect and reach out to potential clients directly through email and other channels by using data as well. So for us, what's been most effective has been just retargeting our clients, and we don't have very huge budgets since we're not an ad agency. So I'm not able to speak to the very high volume, high budget campaigns. But for us, what's worked really well has been just the typical Facebook, Google, and as well as some programmatic advertising.
Marc, you work a lot with Google. Tell me what's working and what's not working with utilizing them.
Yeah, so with Google, depending on the niche you're in, if you're in health insurance, they have some different, certifications you actually have to go through. If you're in certain other niches, it's a lot easier. But with Google, what we've been seeing is, a lot of high quality, high intent leads coming through for our clients. We're more of an ad agency, so we try to provide the highest quality lead to some of the largest advertisers in the country. And we always find that Google PPC, Google search, stuff like that is always performing better than other advertising, such as display ads or banner ads or email or Facebook. So that's what we found for our clients, and they prefer the Google search and Google inbound calls over other forms of advertising platforms.
Google still is king, and they keep proving it, unless Russ has something different. Russ, what platforms are you using for your clients that's working really well for them?
Yeah, Google. So we're an agency as well. We deal mainly with sort of retail, direct-to-consumer brands, and Google's a big driver for us. We do a lot across paid social. Lots of our media spend is kind of distributed between Google and the various different channels in there, and then Facebook, Instagram, and the different placements in there. We do a bit of work across TikTok, Pinterest, CTV. What we're finding is working really, really well is being able to come at it with a more integrated approach rather than running them as individual silos. So if we're retargeting users that have come from one platform onto another, retargeting them through another. And being able to connect the dots from channel to channel is where we've had our kind of best success of late.
Well, it's good that things are working. You have that variety to utilize those the marketing budgets for. Now, Marc, when you have clients coming to you, what is the biggest confusion they're having with getting their message out there that they're seeking your help with?
Yeah, so a lot of clients nowadays, we work in like a pay-per-lead, pay-per-call model. It's like a performance-based model. So essentially, a lot of times what the issues they're having is that they're not getting as qualified as a lead as they could. So in other words, pay-per-lead model means you pay per lead that you receive, versus an agency model where you may just pay $10,000 up front and then receive however many leads you get. You can get 0 leads or you can get 1,000, right? Depending on your budgets. And so essentially what the problem is they're having on a pay-per-lead model is sometimes the leads aren't as qualified as they should be. Sometimes somebody fills out the wrong phone number. Sometimes somebody fills out the wrong email. So we're always trying to make sure if they're filling out the form that maybe that we'll put some kind of qualifier in where they have to put in a proper phone number in order for them to progress through the form on Google and to submit it. If it's a false phone number or false email, we won't let them submit it. So things like that kind of help our clients. But in our industry, there's been a lot of unqualified leads. So we try to help our clients to clean that up as much as possible.
Yes, unqualified leads could drive people crazy because you think you have something of substance and all of a sudden nothing comes from it because they really were not the right leads in the first place. But you're also looking at the range of area that you're trying to hit for these targets. Now, Anindya, how far does the range go for a wash runner? Do you have any concerns about overlap or getting or not covering certain areas?
Are you speaking to geo-targeting?
Geo-targeting is in specific, but general, the focus of the types of ads and where you're trying to place them.
Yes, I do believe that there are some blind spots. Now, with the geo-targeting, we are a LA-based company, so we're always really trying to figure that out. I think that's been a bit of a weak point for us. And as far as being able to get a range of cover, we do find that it is challenging sometimes to get as much a video as we would want out there. We do want more coverage on video. I think developing content for a video has been difficult. One thing that we've been hearing a lot in order to get more reach is to actually use influencers to create content and then actually boost those posts and create content in a very broad way with many different influencers creating really exciting content that actually can be distributed out onto the various channels through boosted posts, which apparently works very well.
Influencers really do play a role now, even more so as days go on, and obviously Google and Facebook are always very happy to take on those boosting fees that go along with that those opportunities. Russ, when it comes to video, tell me how you're utilizing it and what kind of results are you seeing from not just the what coming in from prospects, but the feelings that the clients have about utilizing it.
Yeah, I think it's probably no surprise to anyone that video is just becoming more and more crucial part of your marketing puzzle in trying to get in front of prospects, especially. We find that your top of funnel type activities, where especially if we're talking across paid social channels, where there's movement in their feed as they're doing that, the old infinite scroll that we all know of. Good, strong creative, good, strong video is a great way to get that attention. It can be good cost effective depending on the platform. So we're finding on TikTok especially, we're still getting some good CPMs to be able to get some traffic through at top of funnel, which we're then retargeting across other channels. We love YouTube as well as a platform to generate that through, just in regards to being able to use search intent behavior and retarget and get people who are really in market. And then from a CTV perspective, it simplifies a great option to help us really narrow down on demographics and geofencing and the like. So in short, really, really important. I think lots of businesses that I speak to are really keen to work with us, and there is a missing piece in their creative that they kind of need to get under control first. A lot of the time that is getting more video production down before we can have the ingredients we need to put together a successful campaign.
Well, it's definitely clear that all three of you are in touch with who you're working with, how to work best with them, how best to get response from the things you're working on, and really make for a great panel for this conversation. So I thank you, all three of you, for joining us and everything that you were able to share with us today.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome.
And thank you all for joining us. It's great when I have such a strong panel of experts who really understand how to market, what's working, what's not working, what relates best with their client or with their specific product that they are marketing. So learn more about all of them here on Daily Ad Brief. Definitely take full advantage of the information and click on to their websites. But go out, have a great rest of today, and we'll see you next time on Advertising Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.